Hey guys, welcome back to the Gaymeboyz channel. My name is Tim and today I am here solo, but I thought I would do something that is very long overdue. So every year, usually I do like my fantasy pin haul slash like all the pins that I've purchased like kind of like the previous year. And I haven't been doing that, so I've been having just stockpiles everywhere. And Johnny's actually in Las Vegas the weekend I'm filming this, which today is actually the last day of May. So I figured he's out of town. We kind of need content also. And I thought it would be fun to like take some of these out of the filming closet and just like put them on boards since I have the time to do so. So these are all of the ones from last year, 2024, like the end of last year, and some from this year. So there's actually a lot of Pinkalamode pins, Disney Pins Blog, Fry Guy pins, what else? I'll say them as I show them, but yeah, these are all kind of ones that I've been just holding to do a video for. The ones that I normally do, like the fantasy pins, like WDI, DSSH, International, like Paris, Hong Kong, all that, I still do have in our bedroom to be hauled. It's still a huge pile. But I figured if I knock these out, then like having those in there won't be as bad. So I'll still film that at some point. But I thought that these would be easier because they're kind of like ones that are in the same series or just ones that are like bigger that since we have the space now, they'll go on boards. So yeah, I'm going to show you guys that now. I did have some suggestions, or we had some suggestions that people like when we show the pins up close and like have the camera turned around. So I'm going to try that out. Let me know down below if you guys like this style or if you'd rather like have our reactions and then show you the pins like we normally do. Because these are going to be a surprise since it's been so long that I really don't know what's in here. But yeah, let me know. We are not affiliated with any of these like anymore. Pinkalamode, like all the other companies I said, we don't have any incentive to show you. So I'm just showing you guys because it's things we collect. Some of the Pinkalamode pins probably aren't going to be available on their website anymore, but still wanted to show you just in case you guys maybe wanted to find them somewhere else. And there might be some pins in here that I might want to sell because maybe a lot of times they do similar designs kind of thing. So yeah, anyways, I will show you guys now, so hope you enjoy. I'm going to start with Fry Guy pins. I'll leave their info down below. So they are like a pin seller that has like a bunch of Parks pins, a bunch of like WDI, DSSH, they have like Fig pins, they have pretty much every pin besides like Loungefly box lunch pins. So they actually sent this to me because I bought like a bundle. So they gave me like a little free gift. And I believe this is, oh, that's cool. Little French fries. Oh, cool. So they gave me their pin. So it says Fry Guy pins. This one says their classic logo, LE of 200. So that's a nice little add-on. And then since I did buy the bundle of these Encanto Fig pins, they gave me an artist proof one, which is cool. I've never had an artist proof pin. So fig pins are kind of like getting back into the game a lot. Like they have a bunch of mystery pins now, which are awesome. And they have like a bunch of these kind of pins. Sometimes you could find these in Five Below. So it comes with like a case. You could take this off if you hate the glare. You could stand it like that if you want. Then it has like a fun little background. Or if you're like me and you want to just hang it on a board, it has the pin backs. So that's how I'm going to display it on our Encanto board. That is Louisa. And then I got Bruno. So I'm not going to show all of these like with the boxes just to save time, but that is Bruno. There is a glow-in-the-dark version of him. I did not get that one. All right, next I have Mirabelle. And I don't know if there's anything special with this one, but like this one's super glittery and none of the rest of them are. I think there was like a different version of her as well. Like Bruno had the glow-in-the-dark one, and I think Mirabelle had something going on, but there she is. Look at all that glitter. That looks awesome. Yeah, the rest of them don't have the glitter, so that's really cool. And then I have Isabella. So she's not glittery either, so maybe Mirabelle was like a special one. So she looks awesome. I love her pose. I think they had an Antonio as well, but that was all. They didn't have any of the cousins or the aunts or uncles. And then also from Fry Guy Pins, I found this pin that I've been looking for. So this is a WDI, so Walt Disney Engineering exclusive of 300. I wish that's what I paid for this, but it wasn't too bad. I think it was like maybe like 40, but these are the ones that are they're like little Polaroid photos. So it comes with like this super fancy box. And then there's the pin of Sebastian. So we actually do have a drag queen board, like characters in drag. I feel like this would fit, right? Or would you put this on a Little Mermaid board? I just think with that lashes, like it's really funny. So that was everything from Fry Guy Pins. This one I forgot is a one-off of another. This is technically like, it's not a fantasy pin, but it kind of is. So this is, oh my God, I'm blanking on the name. Does it say anywhere? No. Neon Tuesday made it, but this is Moana. I'm blanking on the name of the seller, so I'll put it on the screen. But this one's awesome. It's Moana. It's from the Disney 100, but like it's like pin on pin. See how like Moana sticks out, and then Maui's kind of another layer, and then the Tamatoa. This is a really great pin. And then there it is off the backer card. Oh, Pinapalooza. That's what it's called. So this is an Ellie of 300. I have the 142 out of 300. So yeah, this is from pinapalooza.net. I will link that down below as well. This is one of my absolute favorite Moana pins. They all look so cute. All right, and then before the Pinkalamode pins, so I have a couple pins from Disney Pins Blog. So this is his information. I'm sure you've heard of him. He actually like updates on weekly pins, puts some stuff in his store. So first I found this 4-pack, which I've never seen, and I always like get so excited when I see the hyenas because you don't see them a lot. So this actually looks amazing on the backer card. It is from Loungefly, but I mean, with space, I can't keep the backer cards. If you guys would see our pin collection, you would know why. Let us know if you ever want a tour of our pin collection. Again, it'll probably have to be in like categories because we have too many pins. But yeah, they look awesome. So that was a good deal. And then I did get this Loungefly pin. I bought this before I saw it, started seeing it like on Hot Topic and all those. And then like before the Cinderella 70th pins came out, because there was a pin that looked kind of like this of Lucifer, but so I don't know if I'm going to keep this one. I probably will, but just in case, I'll save the box. So this is an Ellie of 1800. And these are always so hard to open. So there is Jack and Gus in the teacup, and then Lucifer creeping behind. And then sometimes these like move or do something special. So let's see. Okay, it is up and down. So Lucifer kind of, oh, he goes up. These are always, the Loungefly ones are always not the greatest with the sliders. Okay, so he goes down. God, this is bad. Okay, I'm just gonna leave it because I don't know if this is broken, but the Loungefly slider pins are always really bad. So I usually just leave it in the up position, which would be this. Oh dear. Oh, okay. I was going the wrong way. So yeah, I'm just gonna leave that up because like, why would you not want to see Lucifer in the pin? So that's a great buy. And then this is another Loungefly one that I bought for the 20th anniversary. We just redid all of our like underwater pins. So maybe I'll show that off soon. I'll leave 1300. But we have special pin boards for this. They're all like blue, teal, kind of like under the sea colors. So that's beautiful. Look at all the glitter in this. This is a really nice pin. And then they always put this like stickum on the back. Oh, this one doesn't have it that much. So this one is a slider as well. This one works a little better. So Nemo comes in and out. That's really cute. I actually like this one way better than the Lucifer one. And then this is actually a Disneypinsblog Blog exclusive pin. Again, hyenas, I had to get it. So it's of them with Scar. Special edition of 300. So I'm not gonna take this one off the backer because you get it, right? All right, and then they've been having like this series. So they had 6 in this collection. I did buy all of them. So it's cats looking out the window, which is so cute. So right now I only have 2 with me. I think the rest of them are in that bin. So like I'll just show those when I show all of that stuff later on down the line. But Monogram makes this for the exclusive Disney Pins blog. I love Monogram pins. Pinkalamode uses them a lot. So there's Lucifer, and then it is a hinge, so you could open it. And then there's the inside of the house, and Lucifer looking all cute. I do like it, I think, closed. Gives it something extra. So this is an LE of 300. So I love that. And then the other one I have here is Marie. So she's, of course, always super beautiful. I'm gonna open her up. And then her inside. She's sitting on just like a cute little tuffet, as John would say. So there's Marie. All right, so now I'm gonna get into the Pinkalamode pins. So I have like a bunch of random ones. So I did take these all off. These are all gonna be Ellie of 300, so I'm not gonna take them off the back her card for time. This one is Ursula. See, I don't know what's going on with Pinkalamode because they used to release pins every Tuesday and Thursday, and then like the month of May and I think April, they kind of stopped. And then like I got a notice saying that like they were having a new website June 1st, which is tomorrow. So by the time you see this, maybe they do like more releases, but I think they probably got affected by like the tariffs and shipping and all that. So I haven't bought from them in a really long time actually. So there's Ursula putting on her lipstick. Glitter in her hair, which is cool because I don't have any pins of her putting on lipstick, so I was excited about that. This one was a series. These are all Ellie of 300, by the way, unless I say otherwise. So this one I thought was cool. I think I used my rewards on this one because if you like, whenever you buy something, they always give you like a reward where if you have like 1,000 points, you get $10 off, something like that. So there's Dr. Facilier, and then there's like a bubble here that looks like a globe, like his crystal ball. His little midriff and his cards up at the top. So that was fun. All right, and then they used to do this. They don't do this anymore. So this was actually a free pin with purchase. Like if you spent $70, you got this pin. And I was like, oh my God, this pin's amazing. And it's like a 300 LE. So I was so excited to get this because I'll show you why I got this free when I show the next set of pins. But like it's Ursula like getting big in the water. So this one is absolutely stunning. And then this next set is a set of 6 that are all the same collection. So they are all Ellie's of 300 and they're kind of like all in this crest. And then they have like their sidekick next to it. So this is Scar. And again, love me some hyenas. So I might just keep this one there just to show you how different they all are. This is the Maleficent one. And you have like the swords, Prince Philip's swords. You have Diablo. She looks awesome. And I don't normally keep series together. I put them by character. But these I might actually have to keep together. So this one's beautiful. Like look at like the little purple clouds coming out. And then she has the mirror as her friend. She looks stunning. So those look really cool together. The next one, also in purple, is Ursula with her besties. But like you see how it's kind of not stained glass, but it's like iridescent. You could kind of see like her her scales of her octopus on the back. And then you have tridents. And then the next one in the series was Hades. And I was excited about this one too because Pain and Panic are on there. I don't have a lot of Pain and Panic pins. But like his is also like, you could see his flames are kind of like shadow painted in the back. So that's an awesome one. And then the last one in this series is the only one that doesn't have a crest. It's like a circle. I guess because it's a mirror. But look how cool that is. There's like little shadow men in the back. You have his cards as well. So like those are gonna look so cool together. So yeah, I did get all of these. They do sometimes do bundles when they release like sets. So it was like $20 cheaper if I just bought them all as a bundle, like instead of side by side. All right, and then I have a bunch of random ones. So this is a series that came out of the princess dresses. There was, I wanna say 5 or 6 in this series. I didn't get like the Rapunzel one. I didn't get the, who else was there? Cinderella, just because I already have the pins as dresses, like from Loungefly. They're way smaller than this, but I don't have any pins of just the blue dress from Sleeping Beauty Aurora. So I got this one, and that's again 300 LE. And then I do have this as a pin already, but I thought this was like so pretty because Belle's dress is one of my favorite dresses after Tiana. And it kind of is on the dress form and it's massive. So I thought this would be really cool on our Beauty and the Beast pin collection. So I did get those. We actually just opened up some dress pins that they did again, but it was Loungefly. I'll link that above and below. But they did do, they didn't do either ones of these, which actually worked out. And then this was a series they did of Princess and the Frog. So there was a blue dress Tiana that I bought that I ended up selling because it looked similar to this fantasy pin I liked better. And then I think there was like a Facilier and then maybe one other pin. But these are the ones I went with for the 15-year anniversary. So Naveen just looks so handsome. And Tiana looks stunning. And I like that there's like the little lily on the bottom. So this was LE of 300 as well. And then I had to get Louis because I love him. And I don't have a big pin of Louis like this. And then Ray's actually on it too. So I figure these are the two best ones. And these are pricey, so like I try not to like go so overboard unless it's something that like I don't have that's super unique that I have to have. Because these big pins like this, I think they're 30 a piece. So it's like that kind of adds up after a while, especially when they were doing like the every Tuesday, Thursday for a very long time. And then they did this series, which they overpriced. I want to say these were maybe 50. Maybe I'm wrong, but like the LE on this one was like super low. And these always sold out. So they dropped like 2 at a time, I think. So this is like the book series. So you have the castle there, you have Charming and Cinderella, and then you could see the fairy godmother there, and then Lady Tremaine is on it too. So these were again super hard to get. So I was lucky enough to get this Cinderella, and then you have Jack and Gus there, and then the book is kind of there, which is funny because it reminds me of the set Disney World is doing with the book like this. It's a monthly pin. Oh, so these are LEs of 300 as well, but these like sell out so quickly. And I only have one other one of those because, again, they're super hard to get. I don't know if they're like still making them because they haven't like released anything in a while. But the other one I was able to get is the Little Mermaid one. I missed out on the Moana and the Tangled ones Like they sold out pretty much instantly. But this one is so pretty. You have Ursula looks a little funky there, but I just love that you could see Eric's castle and Ariel's in her pink dress look. And then you have like all the kind of underwater stuff happening too. And then the book is there. So, I mean, these are two of my favorite movies, so I'm glad I got this. I don't think they did a Sleeping Beauty one yet. Or if they did, like I missed out on it. All right, and then these ones are another series that they did like 6 of. I didn't need the like Mrs. Potts, Lumiere, all the friends. I just didn't need them because they were similar to other pins I had. The reason I got these ones were, I'll show this one first. I don't have any pins of Belle in her green dress. So I thought this was super unique. Then it's kind of like a pin on pin. And like the background is super fancy. And then pretty much anytime I see a Beast pin, I get it. Because I love him. And like the big pins like this I like because they're more unique. Because a lot of the Beast pins I have are like super small ones, just like from like years and years ago. So these are the only ones I got in that series. Which is also gonna look awesome on the Beauty and the Beast board. This released at the same time, Big Hero 6. So like, of course I had to buy Baymax. Look how glittery it is. And look at his little fat belly. That was hilarious. And Mochi's sleeping on him. So, so cute. And then I got this one with the same order just because I don't have any of like all of the friends together with Baymax. And again, they made him super sparkly. This series came with 4, I think. But I only got these 2. I'll show Cindy first. So, this is all their winter looks. I liked this one because it had like the archway and it kind of goes really well next to this other pin that I bought. They had Belle, but she was in her yellow dress. They had Snow White. And I think that might have been it. But of course I had to get my Aurora. And she is in kind of looks like Belle's coat. But like I thought, like next to each other, how it kind of looks like the steers match wherever she's going. I may have to, maybe on the other side. Or it kind of looks like it's going up to where she is so they could gossip. And then this was a random drop. I don't have any pins of this lady. Actually, I do. I have the pin where like she has the mustache. But I like her in Mulan. She has like super sparklies right there. I thought that was really cool. And then the next big one in this order was this one of Machiavelli from Luca. And you never see Luca pins, and especially not Machiavelli, this big. So I thought this was incredible. Like pin on pin. And this one I got when it was like super marked down, because they do a lot of sales on pins that have kind of been on their website for a while. So I think this was like close to 40% off. But look at his face, he's so cute. And then another underrated movie, these are all from Wish, but these are all literally just the same character. So this is Star. And they did, I want to say maybe 2 other ones of him, but I got these because these are all like just him being silly and also in drag. So this one looks funny because he has like the mustache. He reminded me of the dad from Luca. This one, absolutely love because he's working the runway on RuPaul's Drag Race. Come on, drag queen, drag star. And then another drag star. He is dressed up as the queen. I love Star, he's so cute. And then this one's funny because he is the king. And he has like all the wishes in his hand and he looks all evil. So I had to get all of these. These were not the $30 range. I think these were all like maybe 20. And then I did actually get all of these on sale because for some reason Wish is not popular. But I love some of these. I'm going to add to our drag queen board. And then these were all just like randomly dropped. These were $10. So these are like the books. So you have Sleeping Beauty book. And they're just normal enamel. They're not like anything weird. And then we have the Snow White book. And then it actually has all the dwarves on the front. I don't know if the real book has that. And then the final one they had was Cinderella. So we do have this journal. I love just like the books. It reminds me of just like fairy tales and when movies were like super good. So this is the only 3 that they've ever done of this series. So I snatched them all up. Okay, and then these are all like the same style of pin. So these were all like $10 a piece, but like if you have like your discounts, and actually a bunch of these I bought after like I bought my first couple of sets because I only started off with the princesses and then I was like, I really like the size of these. And they had so many characters, so I ended up like buying so many. I think these are still on their website. So the first one is Mirabelle. And then I have Hercules, which I really like the style on these. They're not like chibi. They're just like kind of expressive. And then we have Nick Wilde from Zootopia. And of course I had to get Judy Hopps to go with him. These aren't glittery or anything, but I just thought like these would look awesome on like the boards because we have like movie boards and then we have, so like we have a Zootopia board, we have Hercules board, and then we have an Encanto board. So those will all go on their own boards. We have a Wreck-It Ralph board. I really liked this pen. Thought that was awesome. And then there are so many Stitch pins out there, but I really liked the way this looked. And again, like $10. These are what pins would be at like Box Lunch, so I thought this was super reasonable. Plus like if they're on sale. So none of these are all open edition, so like that's why some of these are still on the website. And then the last one that was from Random Movies. So we have our own Figaro board because you guys know our cat Tati that passed away. We have a whole board of Figaro because she looked like Figaro and we loved them both. So I just thought he looked so cute. They did have like Marie, they had the Fab Five, they had like Robin Hood, but we don't collect any of those. So these are all the ones we got that are not villains or princesses. I think Hercules is my favorite one out of these. I only have 4 villains for some reason. I think I got them all though. I think they only made 4 maybe. So this is Maleficent. Again, open edition. Thought these looked cool. These kind of look like another series I have of the villains, but I like these way better, so I might get rid of that other set. That was from a site that, like Very Nico, which is no longer a company. So I'm gonna get rid of all those, I think, that look like this. So there's Ursula. And then they had Evil Queen, and she's holding the apple. She's snatched. So yeah, I don't know why they didn't make any of the men or like Lady Tremaine or anyone else, but these were the only ones that I have. I want to say they made the Queen of Hearts too. I don't know where she went. And then of course the princesses. So we have Anna, which I thought that looked really cool. The backers are different too, unlike all of them, except for the princess ones are all black. So I mean, technically the Anna and Elsa one, they're queens, and they're not technically like considered princess royalty. So I really like the way Elsa looks in that. And then I guess I'll go like kind of backwards from like all the princess movies. So here's Moana. So she looks awesome, even though she does that pose a lot, which is fine. And then you guys are gonna be shocked, but I did pick up Merida only because I wanted all of the princesses. And since meeting her in Disneyland, I kind of warmed up a little bit. So I do currently have, this will be my 5th Merida pin, if you guys could believe it. But I'm not gonna go crazy because, again, still don't love that movie. And then we have Tiana, and she looks beautiful. I love what they did with her dress. And then we have Rapunzel, which this is, again, like an interesting kind of style, but I really like the way that Rapunzel looks. So she's gonna go awesome. We have Mulan. She looks a little weird. Like, I don't know what she's doing with her hands, but I mean, cute. And then we have Pocahontas. I really like this one. This actually kind of looks like the Paris pins that we picked up. If you haven't seen our Disneyland Paris haul from our trip, I'll link that above and below. But I mean, I can't get rid of this because these are all the same size, so they're gonna just go amazing together. And then we have Princess Jasmine. I think she looks stunning. I think I might get rid of like a couple pins that look similar to these as well, because I think I'm gonna put these on their separate board, because every princess has their own board with just pins of them. Except Belle. Belle has a huge board of Beauty and the Beast. So she's on there with all the characters, but she's pretty much like over 50% is just her pins. And then we have Princess Ariel, which this has, it's split. So like I have 4 boards of Ariel, and then we have like a big board of like the movie and her dad, and Ursula's on a different pin. And then this I thought was interesting. They put Aurora in her blue dress. So like most of the boards of Aurora I have are pink. So I do have one board where she's in some of her blue dress and Briar Rose, so that's where that's gonna go. And then we have Cinderella. She looks so sassy with like her heels or her shoe in her hand. So I do have another pin that looks similar, so I might get rid of that one for this one. And then to top off the princesses, we have Snow White. And again, you guys, if you have watched lately, you know that I am a Snow White fan now. So I do collect her again. do not collect live action, and I still have not seen the live action movie. So let me know down below if you guys have seen that movie and what you think of it. I do have one more bag of a new series. It's all the same idea. I forgot to take them out of the packing, so I'm gonna do that quickly. So these are all the same series. These were all 30, I wanna say, and then like if you bought them all, there was a discount. I did buy them all because I really liked this. It's the heroine with the villain. And it's not stained glass, but it's kind of like that same paint job where like you could see something in the back. So you have the evil queen with Snow White. And these are all Ellie of 300. Some of these I think are still on their website currently because this is the most recent and final order that I had from Pinkalamode. These were all delivered, I think, the end of March, early April. So these are brand new. And they're kind of cool. Like they're like pin on pin. And then like you have the little castle in the back. Next we have my favorite villain, Lady Tremaine, and she's with Cinderella. And then again, you could see like the castle in the back painted on. And all of these are the same, like kind of window style. So I think I'm gonna put all of these on a same board just because like we have our own, or Tremaine's on our villain board, Cinderella has her own board. It'll just make sense to have all of these together. So that is stunning. This one, I don't love. I don't know, I just feel like Aurora looks weird. Like they kind of got lazy with her paint. The back is stunning. Maleficent's always like gorgeous. I really like that green in the back though, and then you could see the castle in the little like paint job. I don't know, I just feel like they like didn't paint her face in enough. So I don't know if I'm gonna keep that. If not, it'll be in a future live sale. And then this one was so unique. You don't really see the Queen of Hearts ever. So like she looks fun. And then you have all of her castle on, again, the back. We don't have many Alice pins, but we do collect Queen of Hearts. And they have their own background, or backer card for some reason. So this one and the next one I'm going to show you have their own backer card. I don't know why they did that. Well, I guess because it's not a princess movie, right? And then this is the only male couple. So this one is Hercules. He has a different background or backer card. So Hercules looks awesome. They really painted him well. He has a sword. Hades looks really cool. And again, though, it's not as glittery, but his are just flames because they don't have a castle. That's a really great pin. Next one we have is Jafar with Jafar with Jasmine. There's a lot of J's in that movie. I would have liked Jafar with Aladdin a little better, but I mean, I still love Jasmine. Look at like how you could see her little, you could see that that's kind of like see-through, which is a very good artist job. The castle's in the background of that. You have Jafar's staff, and he's just looking sassy. And then the next one we have is, I love this coupling because like you don't see them together. So you have Gaston. They could have put him with the Beast, but I like that Belle's with them because you don't see them together a lot. Her book says fairy tales. There's the castle in the back. You have, geez, Gaston's thick legs. And I do have a fantasy pin of them together, so I'm going to sell that one and keep this one because I really like that. And then the next two is, this one is Ariel with Ursula, and Flotsam and Jetsam are on there. And then Atlantica Castle is in the background, painted on. That's a really, really pretty one. They actually put a lot of glitter on the crest on that one. And then this one actually just shipped last week. I was so confused because, I mean, you know me, I just open up the package and put it aside. So I didn't even know this one was missing. Apparently, like, there was an error with the original one, so they had to redo them. But I really like that they're together. Mother Gothel looks awesome. I don't have a lot of pins of her. And she has the flower, and then Rapunzel looks really good. And then there's the castle. So that was a lot of pins. So I'm gonna have super fun time trying to figure out what boards they go on. But I hope you guys enjoyed. Here's the outro coming at you. So that was all of the pins up close. Let me know down below which are some of your favorites. Give this video a big thumbs up, and we will see you in the next one. Bye!